Alright, look, I'm gonna say it. I'm a proud American. I don't really care how people are gonna react to this, but I truly love this country. God bless America. That's literally why I'm even bothering to say this. Otherwise, I would be scrolling Instagram, Facebook, TikTok like everybody else and laughing at funny videos. But I'm sitting here watching people I went to college with. Highline Community College. Shout out to Highline Community College, Seattle, Washington. Good people, kind people, smart, hardworking, struggling to pay rent, working minimum wage, trying to figure out how they can feed their family and kids. And at the same time, we are $39 trillion in debt. Yeah, you heard that right. Trillion with a T. Veterans sleeping on sidewalks, bridges that look like they've been through 3 wars,
Our infrastructure is ranked 13th in the world.
roads that will destroy our suspension. But somehow, we always got billions sitting around to send overseas. Simple question, not a crime to ask, right? Why is my money, my hard-working money, they take out my paycheck before I even see it? Why is that getting shipped off to prop up some other country? Israel, for example, I'm not scared to say it. Israel, weapons, military protection, diplomatic cover. Why all that? The whole VIP package. And now we're supposed to get dragged into another war with Iran? For who? For what? Ask yourself, for who? Didn't we do this already with Iraq? Remember how that went? Pattern recognition is dead, I guess. Seriously though, why Israel is on my country's welfare? Ask yourself this. Is it okay to ask? Is it okay to ask this question without being called anti-Semitic? Because here's the funny part. Guess what? I'm Semitic too. Yes, I am. Surprising, right? But at least I got the balls to say America first. And let me explain to you very simply. I've had 10-year aid deals with Israel. 10-year aid deals with Israel. The current one is $3.8 billion a year through 2028. Before that, $21 billion, $32 billion, $38 billion. And ever since October 7th, Congress threw on another tens of billions of dollars in emergency cash, just like extra credit, no interest. Total $300 billion from Americans' pockets, from the taxes, to Israel. Let that sink in. And let me break this down real simple as if we're 5 years old. We borrow money, then we pay interest on that borrowed money, and then we take that borrowed money and send it overseas to another country. United States is taking out loans, buying weapons, and sending it to another country. Does that sound financially responsible to you? Just be honest. It's exactly as if you're going to your buddy who is maxing out his credit card and say, would you tell him, yeah, bro, good job. Go fund your rich friend's security budget. Or you gotta say at some point, bro, just go and fix your leaking roof at your house or buy new underwear. And I know what people are gonna say. I've heard it a million times. Christians are biblically commanded to support Israel. All right, let's pump the brakes. That verse in Genesis, I know what you're talking about. People love to quote it. But here's the thing, the word Israel is not mentioned in that verse. Not even once. It says, God says, I'll bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curse thee. Thee, Abraham, referring to Abraham, he's talking to Abraham, singular, one guy, one person. He didn't say, oh, take the money from poor Americans who cannot feed their children and give it to Benjamin Netanyahu so he can kill more children. The verse didn't say that. And seriously, why are we following the law of the Old Testament when we have the whole New Testament where Jesus Christ himself is the main character? Like, pick a lane. And look, bless the Jews, bless the Jewish people. There's nothing wrong about that, seriously. Send them prayers, good vibes, light a candle, whatever. It's not about the Jews, it's about the secular Zionist government in Israel. Don't send my tax money to them so they can bully their neighbors and kill children. That's my point. So it's not about Jews. I have a lot of good friends who are Jewish. Even in Islam, Muslims are commanded to take care of Jews and Christians. We call them the people of the book, which is a protected status. So it's not about the Jews. It's about money. It's about policy. It's about where our tax dollars actually go. So don't get confused between those two things. I've been to half of the world, by the way, more than 80 countries, and I've been to Iran. Beautiful country, amazing culture, real people. And it makes me wonder, is every conflict over there really about American interests? Or are we just inheriting other people's beef? Like, I understand Israel has issues with Iran. They also had beef with Iraq, and they spread rumors about nuclear weapons. Turned out to be all lies, of course.
No question whatsoever that Saddam is seeking and is working and is advancing towards the development of nuclear weapons.
Same thing is happening now with Iran, and we're not learning the lesson.
The second victory in Iraq will make the third victory that much easier too.
Why did this war have to be our war? Why are we fighting their battles?
I think the choice of Iraq is a good choice. It's the right choice.
And you know what I was thinking? Does Israel even need our help? Like, let's look at it seriously. They got free healthcare for everybody, no annual debt, strong social services, subsidized education. They even give monthly stipend to their citizens who live abroad. Like my friend who lives not in Seattle, in New York. He had a friend from Israel. He lives in New York, and he's getting monthly checks from Israel. And guess what? That's our tax money. While America's still debating whether or not they can help their own people, whether the teachers deserve a living wage, whether they can fix the roads. But the $3.8 billion check? Of course. Where's the pen? Let me sign the check.
Harder for many families to afford groceries. Estimates suggest the changes could lead to more than 2 million Americans losing critical food assistance.
Make this make sense to me. So the thing is, if we're telling Americans to tighten their bills, maybe Washington should tighten its own. Maybe we should look at the foreign aid that goes to Israel and ask ourselves a very obvious question. Does that aid make any fucking sense right now? Because United States cannot be the world's banker while we're still borrowing money to function. That's just dumb. I'm not anti anybody. Okay? I'm just pro-America, not going broke. That's the most important thing. So stop sending aid to Israel. That's all. Until we clean up the mess, the shit that we have first. Wake up, America. That's all I can say.